Have you ever sat at your desk, staring at your to-do list, feeling like you just can't do it today? And then that little voice creeps in. Maybe I'm just lazy. Maybe I don't have enough motivation. But let me ask you this. What if the problem isn't motivation at all? What if it's exhaustion? Studies show that nearly 40% of adults feel tired most of the week. Yet, many of us mistake fatigue for laziness. So, here's the truth you need to hear today. You're not lazy. You might just be tired. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be diving into one of the biggest myths that kills productivity and self-confidence. The belief that if you're not motivated, something is wrong with you. But here's the thing. Motivation isn't a constant fuel that's always full. Sometimes your lack of drive is actually your body whispering or something screaming, I need rest. In this video, I'll be breaking down the difference between exhaustion and lack of motivation, explore the science of burnout, and give you practical, actionable strategies to recharge your energy, reclaim your productivity, and feel inspired again. Let's talk about the challenge. We live in a world that celebrates hustle culture. You've heard the slogans, rise and grind, sleep is for the weak, push harder, no excuses. And on social media, we are constantly bombarded with highlight reels of people who seem to have endless energy and productivity. So, when we hit a wall, instead of listening to our body, we pile up the guilt. We think, I'm not motivated enough. I must not want it badly enough. But here's the reality. Exhaustion is not the same as laziness. Burnout is not a character flaw. Feeling drained doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. In fact, psychologists tell us that chronic fatigue actually changes how your brain functions. When you're sleep deprived or stressed, your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision making, focus, and self-control, literally slows down. That's why tasks that normally feel easy suddenly feel impossible. So, it's not like you don't care or that you don't want success. It's that your brain and your body are in survival mode. Let me ask you, how many of you have ever beaten yourself up for procrastinating, only to realize later you were just exhausted? Drop your answers in the comments. Now, let's break down the difference between exhaustion and lack of motivation. Exhaustion is physical and mental depletion. Signs include you're constantly tired, no matter how much sleep you get. You feel emotionally drained and numb. Small tasks feel overwhelming. You rely on caffeine or sugar just to function. Lack of motivation, on the other hand, is different. You may have the energy but feel uninspired, unclear, or disconnected from your goals. It's not that your body is shutting down, it's that your why isn't strong enough in the moment. And here's why this matters. If you treat exhaustion as laziness, you try to push harder instead of resting, which only deepens burnout. But if you treat lack of motivation as exhaustion, you sleep more but never fix the real issue, clarity and purpose. So, what can you do? 1. Prioritize real rest. Sleep is not a luxury, it's fuel. Even high performers like LeBron James reportedly sleep up to 12 hours when needed. Your body needs downtime to function at its peak. 2. Break tasks into micro steps. Sometimes we procrastinate not because we are lazy, but because the task feels too big. Break it down into the smallest possible step. Instead of write a book, try write 100 words. Instead of clean the house, try fold 5 shirts. Small wins build momentum. 3. Try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then rest for 5. This trains your brain to focus in short bursts while respecting your need to recover. 4. Reset your environment. Motivation is often environmental. Declutter your desk, put your phone in another room, or set up a playlist that cues the brain. It's time to work. 5. Move your body. Research shows that even a 10-minute walk can increase energy and focus more than caffeine. Exercise is not just for fitness, it's medicine for motivation. Which of these strategies do you think you need the most right now? Rest, micro steps, Pomodoro, or movement? Type it in the comments because you might inspire someone else who's struggling. Let me share a story. There was a time in my own life when I thought I had lost all motivation. I had projects I wanted to finish, goals I wanted to chase, but every time I sat down to work, I just couldn't, and I hated myself for it. But then I realized something. It wasn't that I didn't care. It wasn't that I didn't want it badly enough. I was exhausted. My body was screaming for rest, but my mind was shaming me for not working harder. The moment I started giving myself permission to rest, real rest, not just scrolling on my phone, I noticed something incredible. My energy returned, my creativity came back, my motivation wasn't gone. It was buried under layers of fatigue. And that's when it clicked. Self-love is not the enemy of success. It's the foundation of it. So, if you're listening right now thinking, I've lost my drive, maybe you haven't. Maybe you're just tired, and that's okay. Here's what we've learned today. Exhaustion and lack of motivation are not the same thing. Exhaustion needs rest, recovery, and compassion. Lack of motivation needs clarity, direction, and purpose. And when you learn to recognize the difference, you stop shaming yourself and start giving yourself exactly what you need to thrive. Remember this, you're not broken, you're not lazy, you're human. Now, I would love to hear from you. Have you ever confused exhaustion with lack of motivation? Share your story in the comments. You never know who you might encourage. And if today's video gave you clarity or a little spark of hope, please hit that like button. It really helps more people find this message. Don't forget to subscribe for more motivational content, productivity tips, and self-care strategies. Remember, you don't need to do more. You need to rest smarter, recharge fully, and then rise stronger.